Hello everyone, welcome to Come Sit at My Table. Melissa and I certainly are happy that you're here for our video today. Well, it's the fall of the year. The days are getting shorter. The leaves are starting to fall. We get up in the morning and there's fog. And so we're thinking about warm beverages. You know, during the summer, I really don't want something hot to drink. But when it gets to this time of year, I'm ready for some warmer things like hot chocolate and apple cider and spiced pumpkin latte. So today we are going to make a spiced pumpkin latte that is very simple. It has 6 ingredients and is so easy to put together. You can do it in a snap. So let's talk about what we're going to use today to make our spiced pumpkin latte. We're going to start with pumpkin. You have to have pumpkin if you're going to have a spiced pumpkin latte.
Not pumpkin pie.
Not pumpkin pie filling. You want pure pumpkin. And we're using 1 cup. So just make sure that on the can it says 100% pure pumpkin. We're also using 4 cups of milk, and I'm using whole milk. Now, if you want to use something that's a little more rich, you can use half and half. 4 cups of half and half is a lot, I know. But we have done that just to try it, and it is really good. But normally we make it with whole milk. So you use whichever you think you would prefer. The next ingredient is just 1/4 of a cup of pure maple syrup. Now, you don't want to use something like pancake syrup. Make sure it is maple syrup. And this one's empty. I just finished it. But all you need is 1/4 of a cup. Then,
what about if you want to use sugar instead?
That's a good point. You can use sugar instead of the maple syrup, and it's an equal amount. So if you don't have maple syrup or you don't want to use maple syrup, you can use 1/4 cup of sugar. But maple syrup and pumpkin, oh my goodness, they were made for each other.
It's a great combination.
It's a wonderful combination. So I recommend the maple syrup, but if you want to switch it out for sugar, it's the equal amount, 1/4 cup of sugar. Then we're going to use 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And the last ingredient is optional. You're going to need some coffee to make it a latte.
Most people are going to want coffee.
I think so. Now, you can use, 2 to 3 cups. If you want it really strong with coffee, you might go to 4 cups. But for us, we usually use 2 cups of coffee, if we use it at all. You can make this as a nice warm drink and not use the coffee.
A no coffee latte.
A no coffee latte. And let me tell you, it's delicious. If you don't have the coffee, you're not a coffee drinker, let me promise you, you can make this with the first 5 ingredients and just leave out the coffee. But for it to be a spiced pumpkin latte, you need the coffee. So 2 to 3 cups. I've got 2 cups this morning, and I have a story about that that's kind of funny. But I have 2 cups of coffee that we will use. Let me tell you my story. So Melissa and I are not coffee drinkers.
But you love lattes and cappuccinos.
I love cappuccino, and I do like lattes, but normally I get white chocolate caramel lattes, but I don't like just plain coffee. And I rarely even have a cappuccino or a latte. We do have a coffee maker because our kids love coffee. And whose fault is that?
That's your dad's fault.
That's my dad's fault, because when they were really little, he would sit at his kitchen table, his and my mom's kitchen table, and let them sip coffee out of his spoon, right out of his coffee mug.
He did this when they were small enough to actually sit on his lap, too. So
yeah, and we didn't know he was doing it for a long time. We were like, Dad, don't give them coffee. And he was like, oh, it won't hurt them. They love it. Well, now they're coffee drinkers and we're not. So we have a coffee shop literally across from our house called The Hub. And I'm telling you, the people who own it and run that are just salt of the earth people. They are wonderful. Daniel and his wife and the people working for them are just fabulous. So I ran over and said, there was a young man at the window this morning and I said, I need 2 cups of coffee. I'm making a recipe and I need 2 cups of coffee. And he said, no problem, I got you, man. So he turns around to get my coffee and he turned back around. He said, wait a minute, do you want like 2 cups of coffee or you want me to measure out 2 cups of coffee? I said, no, I need you to measure it out because I need 2 cups. And he said, I can do that. So he did. This is exactly 2 cups of coffee. I said, I bet you've never had a customer ask you to measure out their coffee before. And he said, no, that's a new one on me. So we have exactly 2 cups of coffee. Now there are 2 ingredients that are just for decoration if you want them. We always put a little bit of Reddi Wip on top of ours just because it looks pretty. Well, and it's good too. And I always sprinkle that with a little extra pumpkin pie spice. You want to just sprinkle a little on top of that Reddi Wip just to make it nice. And then if you want, if you're serving this to friends or company, you might want to stick a cinnamon stick in that whipped cream, that Reddi Wip, just to let them know this is spiced.
It's just more fun to have it in a pretty glass and to have it looking pretty.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's a special occasion. Like today is a special occasion. I didn't say what the special occasion is, but listen. Oh, people are asking. I'll have to tell them. It's Tom's birthday. Well, they asked. It would have been rude not to have told them, so.
Oh, Lord, that wife of mine.
I didn't tell them. They asked.
Yeah, I heard them, honey. It is my birthday. I'm 21 today.
And now we're playing games of pretend for the birthday party.
There better not be a birthday party. You know I don't like birthday parties. For me, I like them for other people. Okay, truth is, I'm 64, and I'm okay with that. It's just that I don't understand. I just can't wrap my head around how I got to be 64 so fast. I'm telling you.
Sneaks up on us, doesn't it?
Life just flies by. You know, the Bible says that our life is like a vapor, meaning it's here and then suddenly it's gone. And man, I'm telling you, that is the truth. Life is a vapor.
So you have to appreciate it and enjoy every single day.
I agree. That's absolutely correct. Enjoy every day.
Every day is a gift, not just on your birthday.
That's right. So thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Okay.
Happy birthday.
So I've put in my milk, my pumpkin. I'm putting in my maple syrup. And I'll just tell you, this is my favorite part. I love maple syrup. Anything that has maple syrup, you can almost bet I'm going to love it. All right, I'm going to put in my pumpkin pie spice, and we're just using 1 teaspoon of that. Sprinkle that around. By the way, we are going to whisk all of this in. If you don't have a whisk, that's okay. Just use a spoon and stir it in. It'll work just fine. Now, we are not going to put our coffee in here now. We're going to wait until we take it off the fire, off the heat, to add our coffee. So that's all we're doing. I'm going to turn the heat on and start whisking this together.
You don't want this to boil, right?
No. In fact, the recipe that I got originally, and I'm not even sure where I got it. I think it was in a magazine, but I'm not sure. It's been so long. It says to bring it to a simmer, but I am not somebody who likes scorching hot things. Now, Melissa can handle hot things. I don't mean spicy hot. I mean like temperature hot. She can handle it a lot better than I can. I like things just really good and warm.
Well, there's a fine line between getting it to be simmering and boiling too. So
right. So I don't even simmer it. I take a spoon and taste it when I think it's about ready, see if it's warm enough for me. But you can heat it to the point you like, but don't boil it. Just know that the recipe, and we'll go ahead and put in the recipe to bring it to a simmer, which just means you start to see bubbles form around the edge from the heat. But just know that I don't even do that. Okay, everything is whisked together. So I'm just going to let it sit right here on the burner, keep our fire on, and get it to the temperature that we want it, and then we will come back and add our coffee. We have our spiced pumpkin latte off the heat, and now I'm stirring in the coffee. And let me reiterate, you use as much coffee as you want.
Because you could even have stronger coffee than that.
You absolutely could. You could have really strongly brewed coffee, but it's up to you. You know how much coffee you like, if you like it at all. So don't be afraid to add it, but don't be afraid to leave it out if you want. All right.
Make it your own.
Make it your own, that's right.
Someone that I know and love is famous for saying that.
Yeah, I think it's an old man. Okay, now we're just going to ladle it into our cup. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, I just poured it right down the side of the cup. Let me grab a paper towel right here and wipe that off because that's not going to look very good.
And it's just going to look really pretty in this glass mug.
I love these glass mugs, especially in the winter when we do hot chocolate and apple cider and those type things.
There really is something about the way it looks
I agree.
makes it
Now,
even more appetizing.
Our favorite way to top this is with some Reddi Wip, and I always go around the edge first because you want that to show through your cup. And then I just sprinkle a little bit of that pumpkin pie spice right over top of that whipped cream. Yum. I told you that the maple syrup's my favorite part, but the Reddi Wip is my second favorite part. And now we will finish it off with a cinnamon stick. Now,
That's just so pretty.
it just looks like fall.
It looks like something for a special occasion today, too. I like it.
Thank you, babe. All right. Let's do this. Do you want me to try to give you a
No,
drink?
I will just wait. In honor of your birthday, you know, the coffee things are not my favorite.
I know.
But in honor of your birthday, I will celebrate with you.
Oh, thank you. I love having a cinnamon stick in it because it gives me a way to scoop off the whipped cream. I do love that. But it does help you get down to the coffee. Okay, here we go. I'll try my best not to slurp.
You got it on your nose.
Do I really? Pardon me. Let me grab that paper towel. Hey, that just says it's good, right?
Or that there's a lot of Reddi Wip on it.
Nothing wrong with that. Let me push it over to the side. In my opinion, that's the perfect amount of coffee for it. You can definitely taste the coffee, but it's not overpowering. You can still taste the pumpkin. I think that's perfect.
This is going to be great to take out on a lovely fall morning and just sit and sip and enjoy the beginning of the day.
We can go sit on our back porch in the swing and have some spiced pumpkin latte. You know, you could go buy this. It's going to cost you about $6 to $8 at that place, Starbucks. I'll just say it. They have a really good spiced pumpkin latte, but it's going to cost you. This costs pennies per serving. So make your own. It's delicious. All right. We do appreciate you being here for our video. We would like to ask you to go right below the video and click that like button. If you haven't before, we invite you to click this subscribe button. Come join us at the table. We've got seats for you. There's plenty of seats, so come join us. Click that subscribe button. Right beside of the subscribe button, there's a little notification bell. If you click it and then the word all, YouTube will notify you every time we put up a new video, which we do every Sunday at 2 in the afternoon and every Wednesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Also, right below the video, there's a description box. It's going to say Spiced Pumpkin Latte. If you'll click in that box, it will expand. Melissa always puts the written recipe for you right there. Under that recipe, you'll see the word more. If you click it, the box expands further. You'll find our mailing address. And you can mail us recipes if you'd like for us to consider using your tried and true recipes for our Sunday subscriber series. Right under that, you will find our link to purchase our cookbook. Our cookbook has over 400 of our favorite recipes. It's just chock full of really good recipes, 428 pages or something like that. So if you're interested, go down there and click that link. The link is www.reformationpublishers.com, and you can order our book. When you click on that, you scroll all the way to the bottom of their page and you'll find our book. At the very bottom of the page, there's a place for you to leave us a comment, and we love hearing from you, so feel free to leave us a comment. Thank you again for coming by to sit at the table with us today. We do appreciate you doing that. We want you to remember that God loves you, we love you, and you are always welcome to come sit at my table. Have a great day.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Thank you, babe.
Love you.
I love you.